Welcome to Startup. Your daily walk with God gets better. In life, what you do in times of discouragement determines the outcome. When one feels discouraged, the mentality in the process of discouragement determines whether the person will become that which he or she wishes to be or will be destroyed forever. This morning I want to encourage somebody. When we read 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 6, Bible says that, and David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. David and his army arrived from battle, and they discovered that the army of the Amalekite had burnt the city and had taken their wives and children into captivity. They wept until they could weep no more. The loss was very overwhelming. In their grief and frustration, the men blamed David and spoke of stoning him. But David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. Under God's direction, David then led a victorious march against the Amalekites and recovered their wives and children without a single loss. But we want to give attention to David's method of encouragement this morning. What was his method of encouragement? Maybe you are listening to me. You may have waited for someone to come and encourage you in your night of trouble, but no one has come. So you may ask, how can I encourage myself? First, you must consider that God is still on the throne and he is your God. God is still on his throne. Listen, God has never changed. He is the same yesterday, today and forever. If he brought David out of that persecutional problem, if he brought David out of that situation, if he brought David out of that issue that he had no hope, then God can bring you out of what they are going through. So Bible speaking says, when they gathered this, they decided to stone David because it was his fault. But you see, David had this mentality. He knew that God is still on his throne and he still is God. If you know that God is your God, you will come out of that problem. You will not be discouraged. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Everything that pertains to life and godliness belongs to God. So if God is your God, whatever you're going through, God can bring you out of it. Be encouraged. Deal with discouragement by considering that God is still on his throne and is your God. There was no friend at hand to encourage David. His own men had turned against him. But when it appeared everything was lost, he turned to God for his help. Number two, you must turn to God for your help. Know that God is on the throne. Number two, turn to God for your help. David saw that this matter, all my friends are against me. All the people don't understand what I'm going through. If I even explain to them, they don't understand me. You see, but he turned to God for help. Our help is in the name of the Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth. He saw God as his God, and he considered that God can help him and rescue him out of this problem. Number three, remember that daybreak may be just ahead. Don't worry, weeping may endure for a night, but your breakthrough will come in the morning. David and his men experienced the anguish of believing their families probably had been killed. But you see, when they got to the place, they saw them intact. Hey, you are in your period of weeping, but hold on, your joy cometh in the morning. Hallelujah. Wherever you are listening to me, I want to encourage you. Know that your God is on his throne and is still God. Know that your help will come from him. And then I think the final thing is that remember that daybreak may be just ahead of you. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. You can encourage yourself by remembering that our trials are for a good purposes. Bible speaking says that all things work together for good for they that love God and accord according to his purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what has become a problem to you, but I see the Lord turning it for your good. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Just be encouraged. Have a blissful day. full of God's presence. Shalom.